What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the Fantastic Four issue number 12. And when it comes to the Fantastic Four, I have repeated myself over and over and over again. I cannot say it enough times. North has brought us back to some real roots of the Fantastic Four. Good old-fashioned family fun, wholesome goodness, and absolutely just enjoyable comics. The wackiness, the science behind all of it, and all of it truly just making sense and making you truly enjoy the Fantastic Four all over again. And this issue is no exception, because our Fantastic Four team, they find themselves against a prehistoric Avengers team. To be more specific, they find themselves facing off against dinosaur versions of the Avengers. And one thing I have been talking about for a long time is the Fantastic Four children. We have been patiently waiting for their return, and while it's not happening in this issue, within the next 1 to 2 months, we are going to see the children return. And we are finally gonna get some answers on not only what is going on with them, but also if Franklin has his powers back. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so this issue picks us up with the Fantastic Four getting a call. Lately, there's been some very weird things going on. An old friend of Ben had contacted him, letting him know that on a farm nearby, some weird stuff has been going on. And so with the Fantastic Four making their way over there, having a little bit of discussion, having some cookies and some milk, they head out to go investigate this thing. As they make their way deep into the woods, they come across an open field that has some kind of weird energy all around it. As Mr. Fantastic begins to investigate, this is where we see the Fantastic Four team, they get sucked into it, unable to stop themselves from being absorbed into this energy. Not even Mr. Fantastic can stretch free. And when the Fantastic Four land on the other side, they find themselves met by the Avengers. But this isn't your typical Avengers team. The Avengers are made up of dinosaurs. From Thor to Doctor Strange, from Captain America to Captain Marvel, and even more, there is a language barrier, which means everything that the Fantastic Four team is saying, these dinosaurs cannot understand. But the Fantastic Four, they are currently trapped inside of some kind of cage. But the Fantastic Four team is able to break out of this cage. Doctor Strange doing everything he can to hold them in place. This is where the fight breaks out, with the dinosaurs unable to understand anything the Fantastic Four are saying. The language barrier stopping them from being able to do anything. As this fight continues on, we see that the Fantastic Four, they are holding their own against the Avengers. But the Fantastic Four also want to bring this fight to an end. And so Sue, using her powers, she is able to manipulate the direction that Mjolnir falls. She makes it fall right onto Captain America's shield. With these two things making connection, there is a giant boom. And with that boom, everything is sent flying. With everybody now on the ground, this is where Mr. Fantastic, he takes the opportunity to go to Iron Man, to get right in Iron Man's face and try to communicate. With a smile on his face, the Avenger team are now seeing that the Fantastic Four are not a threat. Or at least that is what they are assuming. Using the technology of this dinosaur Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic begins to create a way that they can communicate. With a little bit of soldering, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, Mr. Fantastic is able to create a communication type device. And so after a brief explanation from the Fantastic Four, the Avengers team had assumed that the Fantastic Four had transformed and become corrupted, now that they no longer look like dinosaurs, because on this planet, the Fantastic Four are also dinosaurs. The Avengers simply assumed that somebody or something did this to the Fantastic Four. When the Avengers ask why the Fantastic Four had attacked them to begin with, the Fantastic Four says it is because you caged us. But we are seeing that this is definitely two different universes. And though these two universes look vastly different, they are also almost identical. Besides the fact that evolution worked differently here, that Homo sapiens weren't the primary animal to be able to grow and evolve. In this reality, it was the dinosaurs. But outside of the physical appearances, the timeline is almost exactly the same. And so now that they have all of this sorted out, Mr. Fantastic says that once that portal opens up again, once it remanifests, we will head back to our reality, where currently the Dinosaur Fantastic Four team is at. They are there, and they are currently fighting against the Avengers of 616. This is when the Fantastic Four see that the children of the Fantastic Four of this world, they are here. They have returned, with Ben going up and hugging Nikki. Nikki transforming into a human version of herself. This may not be his adoptive daughter, but that doesn't change the fact that he is going to hug her and hold her just like it would be his own. With this wonderful reunion, even though it is technically not their children, they are so happy to see them. Because for the Fantastic Four, their children have been gone for a year. This has weighed heavy on their hearts. And to see even if it is a variant version of the children makes them so ridiculously happy. But now as they sit here and they wait for this portal to open up, the Iron Man dinosaur stays behind. He waits with the Fantastic Four team. While they wait, this Iron Man gives them a little bit of a tour of this whole place. And this version of Earth, it is all scaled to dinosaurs. In fact, even one of the reasons that Iron Man made the suit that he has is so that he could fly. Initially, doing this to escape terrorism, but eventually upgrading the suit and allowing himself to be able to fly like all the other dinosaurs could, because they have a kind of airline here, but it is meant for the smaller species. Something like a Brachiosaurus could never fly on it. And so Iron Man of this universe made some innovations. As Reed Richards begins to think of all of this, he is now worried that there is a reason the portal opened between their particular universes. He is thinking that they must get to Tony's lab and do it now. And it's exactly as he feared. His first clue was how similar the humans and dinosaur universes are. Despite millennia of wildly divergent evolution, they both ended up almost identical in the same place. While this universe went a wildly different direction from theirs, dinosaurs never going extinct, humans never evolving. Through random chance, it somehow converged with theirs, and both internally and its metaversal location. Their universes are so close together that they could merge. But universes aren't supposed to occupy the same space. The portal that they came through is the first symptom of a coming apocalypse. The two universes are destroying one another, with Ben getting the idea of maybe trying to blast these two universes apart, send them off in different directions. And this is a probability. If they could pour enough energy into the null space between universes, it is a possibility. And they are the Fantastic Four. This means this is something that they could do. With all of them putting their brains together, we pick up where the portal has re-emerged, creating a device that would be able to put this energy into the spot they needed to go, into the null of space. With them anchoring themselves to Iron Man, they go to do this operation, to do this experiment, if you will. But in the midst of doing so, this is when they are attacked. They are attacked by Dr. Doom. And Dr. Doom is saying that his time has come. That Reed Richards may have been the first one through the portal, but only Doom can see its true potential. He says that the two universes, they will merge. And so Doom has preparations to make. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely not a bad issue. Like I said, great family fun. Introducing a universe that is full of dinosaurs, evolving, becoming exactly what 616 is, with obvious exceptions. The exceptions being that dinosaurs never went extinct and humans never evolved. Outside of that, this universe is almost identical in every single way. They are so identical that they have been attracted to one another. They have gotten to the point where these two universes, they are on the verge of merging together. And while it looked like the Fantastic Four team was about to stop this, you have the T-Rex Dr. Doom who comes in and messes everything up. And so now the Fantastic Four must face off against Doom. to take him down, to put the energy in the null space, and get back to their universe before it is too late. It was nice to see that the Fantastic Four children have been reunited with the parents even though they're not of the same universe. The Franklin variant, he said that there is a secret Franklin is keeping, that when they see him again, be sure to ask him about the big secret. We don't know what this is or what this means, but man, I have my fingers crossed and I am praying to all the gods, dead, alive, old, and new, that Franklin Richards has his powers back. But if I'm being honest with myself, this is just wishful thinking. More than likely, this is probably something else. I'm not gonna speculate, but we'll wait, we'll see, and let's just hope for the best. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything with the Fantastic Four, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything happening with the Fantastic Four family. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.